Hi, I'm Derek Fredrickson. Welcome to the COO Solution Podcast, the show for business owners and visionary leaders who want to scale with clarity, confidence, and the right support. For over 16 years, I've been in the trenches as a fractional COO, Chief Operating Officer, helping entrepreneurs align their teams, streamline operations, and remove bottlenecks that slow growth. I understand the challenges, feeling overwhelmed, stretched too thin, or uncertain about how to scale without burning out. I've helped business owners move from chaos to clarity, creating businesses that run smoothly and grow and scale. Each week, I'll bring you real-world insights, proven strategies, and practical solutions to help you step into your highest role as a leader. Whether it's optimizing your team, strengthening accountability, or building the right systems for growth, this podcast is here to support you in scaling smarter. So if you're ready to create a business that thrives without requiring more of you, let's get started. You know that feeling when your business feels like it's running you instead of the other way around? Every day is urgent, every decision feels critical, and it seems like there's never enough time. You're answering questions, putting out fires, and trying to keep all the moving parts in check. And no matter how hard you work, the chaos never seems to end. I've been there. I've seen it with hundreds of founders and entrepreneurs that we work with. This is what I call crisis mode. And the truth is, being reactive may feel urgent, but it's not effective. When your business is structured around firefighting, it drains growth, drains your energy, and keeps your team from performing at their best. So today, we're going to talk about how to step out of reactive management, lead proactively, and build the stability, predictability, and freedom your business deserves. Hey everyone, welcome back to the COO Solution Podcast. I'm your host, Derek Fredrickson, and if you are new here, this show is all about helping founders and business owners build companies that grow because of leadership, systems, and structure, not because you're constantly managing every little detail. At the COO Solution, we see it again and again. Businesses start scaling, things look great from the outside, but inside there's chaos. Priorities shift constantly, recurring problems never get solved, and the founder becomes the bottleneck. This is crisis mode, and it doesn't have to be that way, okay? Our goal today is to show you how to transition from reactive leadership to proactive leadership, how to get ahead of problems, empower your team, and build a business that runs predictably while you focus on vision and growth. Here's the thing. Reactive leadership might feel urgent, but it's not effective. You can hire, you can spend, you can hustle, but if your business is constantly in emergency mode, all roads lead back to you. You end up stuck, exhausted, and watching your growth stall. The difference between businesses that scale and those that stall comes down to whether the leadership is proactive and supported by strong systems and accountability. That's what we'll explore in today's episode. So let's dive into the 4 main points on how to stop running your business in a crisis mode and instead lead proactively. Point number 1, understanding crisis mode, right? Crisis mode happens when your business is constantly reacting. Every task feels urgent. Every decision feels like a life or death matter, and your team waits for direction before acting. And as the founder, you become the central hub for everything. So here are some signs that you're in crisis mode. You're working long hours, responding to problems instead of leading strategy. Your team doesn't act independently. Decisions are rushed or inconsistent. Consequences of acting in crisis mode is founder burnout and stress, maybe missed opportunities for strategic growth, and an inefficient team and frustration day to day. But here's the good news. Crisis mode is fixable. It starts with recognizing the priorities and intentionally shifting your leadership approach. Point number 2, shifting to proactive leadership. Proactive leadership is about leading strategically instead of reacting to every situation. It's about setting priorities, creating processes to manage predictable tasks, and empowering your team to make decisions within a defined framework. It requires a mindset shift. You're focusing on vision and strategy, not micromanaging daily tasks. You trust your team to execute while you stay ahead of critical priorities. So here's how to start. First, identify recurring emergencies and patterns of chaos, things that come up every single day that drain your energy, drain your effort, drain your time, and map out which issues your team or systems can handle. And then with the help of a COO, put processes in place to prevent the same problems from repeating again and again. Proactive leadership frees you to focus on growth, innovation, and opportunities instead of constantly putting out daily fires. Point number 3 is how a COO, a second in command, chief operating officer, creates stability. Okay. Even expert CEOs need COOs, right? Embedding a fractional COO or second in command isn't a sign of weakness. It's a smart move to create stability and predictability. Here's why. This is what a trusted second in command COO does. They translate your vision into operational priorities. They ensure processes and accountability are in place, and they monitor recurring issues so you're not involved in every single decision. The benefits are reduced emergencies and unpredictable problems. They go away. There's more team alignment and empowered execution and more focus for the founder, you, on strategic growth. Listen, we've worked with founders who have spent 50 hours a week or more in firefighting. But when a COO is embedded into the day-to-day of the organization, systems are strengthened, decisions are clear, and the business runs smoothly. The founder, CEO, reclaims their time and energy to lead instead of react. And point number 4, these are the steps to stop firefighting. Here's what to do first. Number 1, audit recurring crises, identify patterns and root causes. Why is this happening? And maybe ask your question instead of, why is this happening for me instead of to me, right? And with that perspective, with the help of a COO, we can implement proactive systems, SOPs, standard operating procedures, checklists, and automated workflows for communication or collaboration. Listen, systems aren't sexy, okay? I know, but they are the key to long-term scale and success. The second step is to define roles and responsibilities. Make it clear who owns what. This is what we call a culture of accountability, ensuring that team members take ownership and responsibility for their work. Step number 3, establish regular review cadence, weekly check-ins, and performance metrics. This doesn't have to be much effort, okay? Once a quarter, maybe once a month with key team members, and have real, honest, open conversations about what's working and what's not. And then step number 4 is embed a COO, Chief Operating Officer, to support your organization, someone to manage operations so you can focus on leadership. Your trusted second in command is to help you get out of this fight or flight model. They own the day-to-day completely, so you don't have to. These steps create a framework that lets your business operate predictably, efficiently, and independently of you being in every single decision. So here's your challenge for today to get out of crisis mode, okay? Take a look at your business and identify perhaps 3 recurring issues that consume your time, and then assign ownership or create a process for each. And pick one of those recurring issues that create this crisis mode this week and observe the impact on your focus and your growth. Leading proactively isn't about doing everything yourself. It's about creating clarity, structure, and freedom so you can focus on what truly moves the business forward. Listen, if today's episode helped you see how crisis mode is slowing your growth, hit subscribe so you don't miss future episodes, and maybe share this with another business owner, founder, or entrepreneur you know who is stuck in reactive mode. And listen, if you're curious if a trusted COO from the COO Solution could help you stop firefighting and start leading proactively, take our free quiz at thecoosolution.com and get a personalized report to understand perhaps if now is the right time to consider bringing on the game-changing support of a trusted fractional COO. And listen, maybe send me a DM or an email and let me know what your biggest operational challenge is. I'll share some ideas to help you start leading proactively immediately. Thanks for tuning in to the COO Solution Podcast. And remember, you built your business for freedom, growth, and impact. And proactive leadership is the key to getting there. I'm Derek Fredrickson, and this is the COO Solution. And that's a wrap on this episode of the COO Solution Podcast. If you found today's conversation valuable, I'd love it if you could subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who's ready to get control of their business and scale it with a second in command that they trust to handle all the daily tasks and operations they don't enjoy. And hey, maybe you're wondering if now is the time to bring on a trusted fractional COO or Chief Operating Officer to help your thriving business scale with clarity and confidence. If you're tired of doing it alone, visit thecoosolution.com and take our free quiz to help determine if now is the right time to bring a fractional COO to help you scale. In just 25 questions, you'll get a personalized report that helps you decide if your business is ready for the game-changing support of a part-time fractional COO. Let's find out together if it's your next step. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, let's roll up our sleeves and get to work.